The next thing is when you're trying to work with your buyer to present an offer, what you need to know is everything you can about this property, the seller's situation, and kind of the agent's perspective. Now, it's kind of interesting how many people in this business do not take this part of the business serious. They're working with the buyer, they look at some comps, they decide they want to write an offer, they write an offer, and the first time they really talk to the other agent is after they've got the offer, or maybe they just a quick phone call to say, I just want to check if there's any offers before we present. No, you want to talk to that listing agent. There's all kinds of information you can get that can be beneficial to your process in your negotiating tactics. So, but there's a way to do that, okay? The best way to do that, I'm going to say it this way. If you want to get information, you must give it first. So what I'm saying by that is when I call the agent, and let's say I'm going to call Sally and talk to Sally about this. Say, hey, Sally, we've shown your property over on Montellano, and my buyers have, and this is the phraseology I always like to use, some potential interest. Those are the words I like to use, potential interest. That doesn't say we're really excited and you got to have this property, and it also doesn't say, well, we kind of like it or we're not sure about it. No, we have some potential interest, okay? That leaves a big range of what that means, okay? In most cases, it means that we're considering writing an offer, but I want my phraseology, potential interest. Then I share a little bit of information about the buyer, okay? Before I ask for anything, I share. I want to set the table for what this relationship is going to be, and it's going to be one of sharing information about my buyer, and hopefully they'll share about their seller. So I might say, we've been pre-approved up to $1 million. They're being relocated here from Texas. They're currently renting, okay, and the buyer, the husband is already working here. I've shown them the area, they love the area, and they do have potential interest, and they're pre-qualified. They have 30% down on what they're looking at. And they can close escrow within 30 days, or if something longer is needed, they could do that too. Now, just go back. You shared the information, you set the table. Now what you say is, can you share a little bit about the seller situation with me? Now again, that's a big range of what that can mean. But what you need to do is simply ask them to then share. And in almost all cases, only rarely will you not get information back from the seller, from the seller's agent, if you gave information and you're friendly about it first, okay? Probably the only time I ran into much problems with this was in the foreclosure era several years ago, when you represent a buyer and you're working with an agent that is working with all of these foreclosure properties and the reload properties, and all of a sudden they don't want to talk about anything. It's kind of like, don't even call me, just send your offers in, okay? But that's not traditional or typical. Typical is you have an agent representing the property. It's not a foreclosure REO situation, and you can get a lot of information out of them. Now, what I like to ask is, you know, where the seller's at. I like to start off with the soft questions a little bit, like, hey, where are they moving to? Are they looking for a short escrow or a long escrow? And then I get into kind of more, you know, serious questions, kind of build on that. Have there been any offers in the property, or are there any offers right now? And then I want to get down, hey, and I kind of share it in a simple way. And it's kind of like some of the tough questions that we have in real estate are just best simply put. Like I was trained years ago by my first broker, Tom Barber. If you want to know how much a buyer makes to pre-qualify them, you simply ask, how much money do you make? Okay, I think the same thing applies here. When I'm asking a listing agent what the price is, I just simply ask, hey, what are the sellers looking for as far as a price? Help me with this. And now, in most cases, they're not going to tell you exactly what they're looking for, although that does happen more times than you'd be surprised how many times it does happen. But they'll give you some range, and then with some follow-up questions, okay, some follow-up questions to those, you'll actually, interestingly enough, you'll probably get a pretty good idea of where they're at. Now, sometimes this might be more than what you're willing to pay, and it might even send you away from this property. Other times, it may be exactly what you need to know, or it might be, oh my gosh, I got more information than what I really thought, okay? So again, you need to buddy up to the seller's agent, give information to get information.